Excuse me, sir. What is the difference between antithesis and oxymoron in literature?
Okay, oxymoron and antithesis are two figurative expressions that I have noticed that they confuse learners of literature. Now, when you talk about oxymoron and antithesis, now we have oxymoron on one side, we have antithesis on one side. When you talk about this, what does it mean? Now, if you talk about oxymoron, in literature, it is a figurative expression. If you talk about oxymoron, oxymoron is the placement, the side-by-side placement of two opposite qualities. Remember, the word is qualities. The placement side by side of two opposite qualities. Now, there are situations where you find out that two words that are not supposed to be together, two words that are entirely different, they oppose each other. But you find out that the both of them are used, especially when reference is being made to just one person or one thing. Now, for oxymoron, the two qualities are brought together. These two qualities do not agree, yet they are used to refer to one person or to one thing. Take, for instance, when you hear somebody say something like, "This is a sweet, bitter experience," a sweet, bitter experience. The word sweet, the word bitter, the both of them are adjectives. The both of them are qualities, and they are opposites. You are not supposed to use the both of them in reference to one thing. Sweet, bitter experience, meaning that the experience is both sweet and bitter. Now, it doesn't make sense, but figuratively, there is sense in it. Now, when you say something like this, what you have there is oxymoron. You can imagine that situation where you hear somebody say something like that, "This is a pretty serpent." The word pretty is positive. Let me use that word. It's positive. The word serpent is negative. It is scary. Now, a person saying that a serpent is pretty, it's oxymoronic. Such a time when you hear somebody say something like that this is a dangerous angel. An angel, for Christ's sake, is not supposed to be dangerous. An angel is a good thing. Like, okay, an angel should be positive. Now, when you use the word dangerous, at the same time, you are trying to present an angel. It is oxymoronic. The two words they oppose each other. Such a time when you say something like that, he is a handsome demon. A demon is not supposed to be handsome. So for you to make use of the both of them at the same time, it is oxymoronic. This is what we mean when you say that an oxymoron places two opposite qualities side by side. Remember, whenever you use an oxymoronic expression, you are referring to just one person or one thing. This is what it means. You are using these two opposite qualities to refer to one person or one thing. When you make mention of antithesis, antithesis is the side-by-side placement of opposite ideas, maybe contradictory ideas. Remember, this time around, you're not talking about qualities. You're not talking about words. Two opposite qualities. In many of the situations where you make use of, where you present antithesis, you will find out that these are two expressions or two ideas that can exist independently. Now, you bring the both of them together to show contrast, to show difference, to show the difference in situations. In this case, you are not making reference to a particular person. You are not using two qualities to refer to something, not as it is in oxymoron. Here, you are bringing up two different ideas, placing them side by side to show contrast. That is, to show the difference or to show the results. Such a time where you hear somebody say something like, "United we stand, divided we fall." Now, these are two ideas. If we are united, we stand. If we are divided, we fall. But the person speaking now brings the both situations together to show you contrasts. Such a time when somebody says, he who fails to plan, plans to fail. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. This expression is an antithesis. Now, you find out that it is not referring to anything. It is not used as an adjective to refer to anything. It shows you two different situations. I want you to understand something. I want you to understand that antithesis and oxymoron confuse people who do not pay attention to what the two definitions say. The first one, for oxymoron, it says the side-by-side placement of two opposite qualities. Always remember that. And for the second one, that is antithesis, it says side-by-side placement of two opposite ideas or two opposite expressions. For the first one, it works especially as adjectives. You can imagine a time when you are using two words that do not agree, two words that are opposite, while you are making reference to just one thing. That is oxymoron. But a time when you are making a statement, it is an expression. This situation is different from this. The person brings together two different expressions, two different situations together into one sentence. In many of the cases, the both expressions can stand alone. They can stand individually and still make sense. Now you bring them together only in a case where you want to show contrast. That is, you want to show difference between the two of them. Now, we did not make use of the board here because, like I said, I have not got to the place where my board is. I just decided to use this medium to answer the question that somebody asked. And very soon, we are going to be back. I've really missed you people over there. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year.